Hi everyone, my name is Stephen Ogechi and I represent Winners Trading Global. Today we'll be talking about your trading windows, and I'm using a live account to illustrate how your trading window looks. When you're learning Forex, it is very important for you to take note about the trading windows and know how to use them. Number one, if you look at my downside, the down of my screen to the left hand side where you have the up and down arrow, if you click on it, it shows you the different pairs that we trade. Different kind of pairs that we trade. Here, you have access to not just the pairs that you trade, or you can call them instruments that you trade. You have access to the instruments or the pairs that you trade, and you can also do one or two things here. For example, you can decide to click on the plus sign by your right hand side up to add more pairs that you want to trade to that first window where you have all those instruments. Whichever one you click on will be added automatically to that page. Now, I'm going back. Anyone you click on will appear here. Another thing again you can do here is, if you click on any of the pairs, for example, let's say you click on USD-JPY. If you click on new order is where you can take trades from. Like this. So here you see your lot size, which is the blue, which is the number at the middle at the upper side where you have 0.07. The left one is 0.000, which is your lot size. It has which is your stop loss, which has a red line. Then the right one is a green line. That's where you put your take profit. Then down is where you click on sell or buy. Now, the second one is if you want to open up the chart of a particular market. You can open up the chart there. Then the third one has symbol properties. I don't use it. But the fourth one is your simple view mode. Where you have simple view mode, this is, for example, this is your advanced view mode. So if you click on simple view mode, it's going to look like this. Very simple. Telling you the bid and the ask between the two prices of the two currencies or the two instruments you see by your left hand side. But if you go to the advanced view mode, which is this, it shows you the same price, the same prices by your right, and tells you which one is low and which one is high. Then if you look under the instrument by your left hand side, you will see the time, and you will also see the time. Then you also see the spread. Now, this spread matters a lot. The spread entails what it's going to cost you to use a particular instrument to trade. And this same spread varies. The higher the spread, the more money you can spend. When they are taking this money, they don't take it at once, they take it little by little. Now, if you can see AUD CHF, the spread is 12, and you can see AUD JPY is about 23, while AUD NZD is about 28. There are some that have more crazy spread. Usually, USD is usually one of the lowest. You can see here is 10, while the other ones are slightly above it. The next one is your second window, which contains your candlesticks. In your second window, you have various representation of the forex market. It could be in form of candlestick, like you can see candlesticks here. The second one could be a line chart. Third one could be a bar chart. So whichever one you want to choose, you will see it here. But whichever one you have or you want to use to trade will reflect here, and it shows you the up and down movement of the forex market. Remember, this same page can be accessed either by clicking on this second window, or you can also access it from here by clicking on that particular pair and going straight to open chart. You can see it's the same thing. So if you click on this middle one, it's still the same thing. It's the same thing. Now, this second window is where you see the movement of that particular pair. If you look at the upper side, by your right hand side, you see something that looks like a SIM card with a plus sign at the middle. If you click on it, it's still the same one you saw in the first window where you can take your trades from. Let me take you back to it. First window, for example, GBP USD, click on it. The new order you saw before, that's the same thing you are seeing on the second window. This is the same page. Now let's go back to the second page, which is your second window. Look at the upper side where you have the same SIM card like representation with a plus sign. Click on it. It still brings you back to your open order, where you can put your lot size, which is the middle one where you have 0.07, the left side where you have the red line, which is your stop loss, the right side, which is your green line, where you put your take profit. Then you can click on your sell, which is by your left, or buy, which is by your right. So you can access that by clicking on the button, not the button, the plus sign by your right hand side that looks like that of a SIM card. Now the next one is something that looks like a clock. If you click on it, it shows you the different time frames. It means that each of these candlesticks you see here is represented by the various time frames you see there. That means anyone you click on will represent the time frame that you are looking at. For example, if you click on M1 time frame, it shows you all the candlesticks, and it tells you that each of the candlestick is completed in 1 minute. If you click on 5, it means that each of the candlesticks is formed or completed in 5 minutes. 15 means that each of the candlestick, no matter whether it's small or big, is formed or completed in 15 minutes, so on and so forth. So it means M30 means 30 minutes, H1 means 1 hour, 4 means 4 hours, D means 1 day, W means 1 week, and MN means 1 month. So this is what you get when you click on this round object that looks like a clock. The third one to your left hand side is, or you say the middle one, is the dollar sign, which contains the pairs that you trade. These are the same pairs or instruments that you saw in our first window where you have the different pairs. Can you remember? All right, let's go back. So you get them where you have the dollar sign. Remember, you can still add as much as possible that you want. The F sign there talks about the different kind of things you can use, like your trends, your oscillators, different kind of things, your volumes. People use them in trading forex, but I hardly use them. While the plus sign by your left hand side is called your crosshair. Your crosshair is a plus like line that is used to know the price of each place you want to check. Like, look at this peak here. The price is what you see at your right hand side, which is 1.24049. If you want to check the upper line, you can look at it. it tells you the price, which is 1.24103. So any spot you want to check the price, like this spot here, if you put it there, you can see the price. If you want to check this spot, you should put it there, you see the price. And if you want to remove it, you click on the plus again, and it disappears. Now let's move on. These are the things you see in your second window, which is where you have your chart or your graphical representation of the movement of that particular instrument. Now the third one talks about your trading window, where you have your trading setup. Now all this Euro USD you are seeing here are trades that are currently running. Now it will interest you to know that this is our robot. We're using our robot. This is a robot account, and it's trading by itself without anybody touching it. So it's trading Euro USD, and these are the trades that it has done for today. For more information about our robots, you can just go straight to our YouTube channel. You can search with my name, Stephen Ogechi. Then Stephen Ogechi of Fable, or you say Stephen of Fable, you see our trading robot. You look at the video, it's very fantastic. Now this account, we started this account with about $100,000 US, and this account is about roughly 3 months. This account was started with $100,000, and today is about $227,000, just in about 3 months, thanks to this robot. But nevertheless, we are not here to talk about the robots. Let's continue what we're doing. So your trades are these ones running here. Then if you look at the upper side, you have your balance, your equity, your free margin, your margin level in percentage, and your margin is the last one. Can you see the margin? Okay, I'll bring it down again. But if your trade is not running, you just have balance, you have equity, and you can have one more, which is probably your margin. But if it's running, you have a running trade. That's where you can now see free margin and margin level in percentage. Please pay attention, because this is one part that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people tell you trade forex, but they don't know some of these things. Your balance is the amount of money you put inside the account. Like when we started this account, let me see. Let's go to the next page. Let me see how much we started with. Last 3 months. Let's see. We started with okay, this particular one started with 200,000. So I started with 200,000. Okay, I can remember this one now. Started with 200,000, and that's the balance. So your balance is the amount of money you put inside the account, the amount that you have at any particular time you go to the account. Your equity is your balance plus your profit, or your balance minus your loss. That's what gives you equity. What is free margin? Free margin is the amount of money remaining after you've taken a trade, the amount of money remaining to take up new trading positions. When you minus what you are, like for example, this account now is minus $11.33. If you remove this money from your total balance, your free margin is when you remove that money from your balance. Whatever is remaining there is your free margin. Free margin is the amount of money that is remaining to take up new trading positions. Whereas your margin, which is the last one, talks about what they will charge you for those trades running. Now, I have to talk about the margin level in percentage as the last, because it is very, very, very important, and it will take a little time for me to explain it. Now, your margin level in percentage is the second most important in your trading window. What's the most important? Your balance, your account size. Some people, when they want to start trading forex, they tell you they want to start with $50, $100, and I look at them, I just laugh. When they ask me, how much do we start with? I tell you, start with a minimum of, if you don't have money at all, you start like 500. Then if you have like $1,000, fine. But anyone who really wants to stay long in trading forex should be talking about $5,000 to $10,000 and above. Why? The bigger the money you have in your trading account, the bigger your margin level in percentage. Your margin level in percentage is like your oxygen when you go swimming. When there are two divers who dives into the water, if one is carrying oxygen behind his back and dives with his suit inside the water, and the second person is not carrying oxygen and wears his suit, diving suit, and dives inside the water, the one with oxygen is going to stay longer. Definitely. Then if one is carrying a small canister behind him and one is carrying a bigger canister, the one that is carrying a bigger canister will stay longer under the water or inside the water more than the one that is carrying small canister. What are we saying? That oxygen inside the water is the same thing, the same function with your margin level in percentage. Your margin level in percentage is what sustains you while on a trade. It's like your oxygen as a human being. Without it, you just die off. So it means that the more money you have in your account, the bigger your margin level in percentage. But the smaller the amount of money you have in your account, the smaller your margin level in percentage. Once your margin level in percentage comes down and gets to around 500, you need to add more money in your trading account. Because the moment it gets to about 100, you will attract what they call margin call. Margin call is when your broker closes your biggest losses by themselves, because the amount of money inside your account will no longer sustain the momentum. So they will need to close some trades, and they will start with the bigger ones. When they close those trades, you'll be the one to lose and they'll be the one to gain. So my advice is, make sure you have a big amount of money inside your trading account so your margin level can be very large. Secondly, the more money you have in your account, the more your margin level becomes bigger. The smaller the amount of money in your trading account, the smaller the amount of your margin level in percentage. When you are in profit, your margin level in percentage increases. When you put money inside your account, your margin level in percentage increases. When you withdraw money, it reduces. When you are in loss and you lose the money, the margin level reduces. So anything that is positive increases it, anything that is negative reduces it. But here is my advice. Your margin level in percentage is the second most important in your trading window, and you must always keep your eyes on it. Make sure that when you take trades, you're always watching your margin level in percentage. Make sure you have like 2 or 3 or 4,000 remaining once you have taken your trades. That means you should mind the lot size you use. You mind how many of the trades you open at the same time. So if you are taking trades, make sure you remain like maybe at worst maybe 1 or 2,000. Let it be remaining for you. But the moment it begins to go down to around 500, that account is in danger. You need to add money to your trading account. But if you can leave more than 2,000 or 3,000, better for you. Now, do not joke with your margin level. Your margin level acts in line with the leverage you use. If you use the leverage of maybe 1:200 or 1:500, your broker can allow you. And when your margin level gets to 100, they will not close your trade. They will allow it to go down to around 40 or 45 before they will close your trade. That's the edge you have over somebody who used a bigger margin level in percentage. So that this is one secret we have in trading Forex. I will stop there. If you want more information, you can chat me on WhatsApp on 0036 892360. Chat me on WhatsApp and demand for an online class. I'll take you on a class, either for basic or I'll take you for advanced class or show you what we do or how we do it. Now the last one, like we said, is your margin level. We talked about it. All those small charges they will charge you, and all these things are very, very important. So this is what you get in this trading window. At the upper side, you notice that there is a loss of $11 currently running, still in loss of $11, and the place is red. Once you are in loss, the place will be red. Once you are in profit, that place turns to blue. Turns to what? Blue. And the moment you take your profit, the moment your profit hits your take profit, it adds to your balance. Is the money withdrawable in Forex? Yes, you can withdraw your money daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Like some of our trading robots, what we do is over time, you can make some withdrawals. Some of them is monthly, some of them is maybe twice every month, some of them is every week, every Friday. All right, let's go to the fourth page. The fourth page is where you have your results. These are the results from the robot. You can see the robot. Does it make loss? Yes, it makes loss, but your profits are usually more. These are losses it made. Can you see? Just a few. Is it perfect? No. There is nothing that man made that is perfect. But it's going to give you around 30 to 40% ROI every month. But anyone who is very serious about making money with this robot can leave it for like a year. In a year, you can have like you can turn your money over and over and over, and it's so crazy. I have a student who moved his account from as little as think about $2,000 or so. No, from about $4,000. He moved that money to above 200,000 US dollars. Some of my students know him, and today he's rich. And that boy is just below 30 years. But that's not the point. The point is, this is where you can find your profit and your loss. And here you can check today's profit. You can check last week's profit. You can see that. Yeah, you can see. Okay. Another 100 was added to this account. That makes it 200. Let me see. This for last month. You can see the initial deposit was 100,000. You can see that, like I said earlier. So since this account came up, this account is about it has made about 37,000 US dollars. If you check that out, that's about 30 million naira. All right, and let's go. Let's say last 3 months. Okay, you can see all that. So back to today. So this is where you can check and find out what the robot is doing, and you can find out what the account is doing. You see your profits and you see your losses, and you can also check the dates and etc. etc. Now the fifth one talks about news. My brother, I don't depend on news from my broker at all. If you want to use it, you are free to use it. But for me, I don't depend on news from my broker, because your broker, no matter how good they are looking to you, they don't want you to succeed though. At all, they don't want you to succeed, because if you are losing money, they are making money. But we tell you the truth behind it. So here you can find news sent to you by your broker. So for me, I don't trust anything from them. Then the next one is where you can sign in and have a chat with your broker. All right. Having said that, these are your trading windows. We have one, the up and down arrow. Second one, where you have your candlesticks. Third one, this thing that looks like a rocket. The fourth one, the one that looks like an envelope. The fifth one that looks like a telephone, a landline telephone. And the sixth one, the one that looks like where you can have a conversation. So this is what makes up your trading window. My name is Stephen Ogechi. I hope you enjoyed the little video on your trading windows. Please, if you like our video, feel free to click on the like button and also subscribe so you can see our subsequent videos. Have a lovely day. God bless you.